your desire. One day I noticed that my life was broken. It was not me who was controlling this body. Oh, I want to know what's really real to me before we vanish like a wave. Get up the wrong, get up the burn, stand up and cry. I'll be the waste maker. You must have had it. Trust the truth, hold it high, raise your fists. That's why it's made to start with. You haven't had it. Go. Don't be afraid to listen to your own heart. Big glass sight, that's the heartbeat in you.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome, welcome. Oh, what's going on? Hold on. Okay, that's weird. Cannot access specified channel or stream key. Please double check your stream key. If correct, there may be a problem. All right, so I'm trying to do vertical streaming on Twitch as well as horizontal, guys. Looks like I ran into a snag here. Sadly, may have to figure it out later, or we can figure it out real quick. But nonetheless, um, here tonight we're gonna be checking out the Phantom Blade Zero State of Play, which should be happening in less than an hour. But we also got to check out and talk about before that as well too. So that's scene there, and welcome in everybody, and I hope you're doing good. And let me this popped out. What I'm confused about though is I'm trying to get the horizontal for Twitch working, but it is not working for some reason. And I thought you're supposed to use the same stream key for that, based on what I looked up, which is weird. I'm not sure why that's a thing, or like why it's not working. Uh, hmm. Let me see. Oh, I'm wondering if it's because. Okay, let me check something here. I think I know why it's not working right. At least I hope I think I know why it's not working right. But anyway, excited for Phantom Blade Zero. We might get a demo shadow drop tonight, or if not tonight, and then maybe release later this week. I don't know. There was something that happened last week where I guess it accidentally showed up on the PS Store. We got taken down, like the demo, I mean, supposedly. So, not entirely sure what's up with that. That's why many people are speculating that we'll get a demo announcement tonight for the game, which should be good. Hopefully, it's for both PC and PS5. That way, we can test it out on both console and PC. Let me see settings. All right, stream. Let me see here. Okay. I think I know why. Default, or should I just say this default? Let me go to here. Let me try this one. Okay. All right. Oh, still says failed to connect. Weird. Hmm. Let's see something. That's automatic. Uh, uh, how's the stream look though, guys? We good? We also got some Kingdom Hearts 4 news to talk about, trailer to react to as well. So we'll be get. Oh, I just. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Mic is working. Good. I was like, what the heck? News you say? Yeah, we got some Phantom Blade Zero stuff to check out. State of play. Kingdom Hearts 4 stuff. I won't talk about, but I'm also having an issue with trying to get the vertical on Twitch running right now. Because I'm trying to do Twitch vertical on top of YouTube vertical, and YouTube vertical's good. Twitch horizontal's good. I'm not sure why Twitch vertical's not working. Pressing a separate start button inside vertical plugin. Let me see. Enhanced broadcasting is enabled. Let's see, where's that at? How you doing, Queen? Johnny, how you doing? What is going on, everybody? So, real quick, we're gonna try to figure this out. That's why I started about an hour before state of play, anyway. So that way you have time for stuff like this. All right, so I gotta check out the enhanced broadcast setting. Let's check enhance. So I don't need to. So I don't need to hit the separate button for vertical Twitch. It's supposed to go out the main one apparently. Interesting. Uh, all right, where is enhanced at then? Setting stream right below your service and account connection. All right, so setting stream. Ah, I see. Okay. I may have to restart stream, or we just try this another time. Right? I mean, I do the vertical another time. I mean, because it's not going to be doable while I'm streaming. What do you guys think? I could try to get the vertical going. I have to restart stream, or I just try it next time I stream. Hey, what's up? Hello, hello on YouTube. Welcome in. All right, let me get the links pulled up too. Wait a while, wait for you guys to respond about that. Let me pull up. What's for? Which let's see, it should be on Square Enix's YouTube, I think by now. Hopefully, if not, it's probably on PlayStation or something. Let me check Square Enix. It's not on Square Enix's. Let me look up. Let me look it up. Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer. Because there should have been, there's a new trailer, but it's like, I've seen like IGN, GameSpot, but there should have been another one. Is it on the Kingdom Hearts YouTube channel? It is. Okay. Didn't realize, it was going to be there. All right. Let me do this. Let me get that back going. Okay. All right. I really want to see if I can get the Twitch vertical working properly though. So I might just restart stream real quick. Try that. Which shouldn't be a big deal anyway. I'm just really intrigued to see if it'll work right. Let me BRB real quick. All right, are we good? Are we back? Yeah, let me see. Double checking, refreshing. Quick to see how your stream looks in vertical and mobile. Let me see. Oh wow. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, I think we got it. Which honestly is probably really good. All right, all right. All right, are we good on YouTube? Are we good on Twitch, guys? Let me know. Can you hear me? Just fine. I think I got this working. Let me see. Double check here. Refreshing the YouTube just to make sure. Okay, YouTube looks good. Let's go ahead and check Twitch vertical. On my phone, at least. Hmm. Weird. It's not showing up for some reason. least on my phone. I don't know why. Oh, never mind. Never mind. There we go. We're good. Okay. All right. So look like it's working on my phone. Twitch vertical, that is. Refresh. Refresh. We need to. Let me refresh. Okay. All right. I think we are finally good. All right, so there was a lot of Kingdom Hearts 4 news. Whoa, encoder, what the heck? Why is wait? I can't record while I'm streaming right now. Hold on. Let me check my settings real quick, because that doesn't make any sense. It's saying encoder overloaded. One doesn't make sense. Start the game. We're not playing any games tonight. This is a just chatting. This is a yapping stream. We got news to talk about. Xenoblade Zero State of Play is happening in less than an hour. Gonna be checking on some Kingdom Hearts 4 stuff here. Trailer, news, things like that. Twitch vertical stream work. Okay, Johnny, I was asked for your feedback earlier, man. You were gone. Yeah, I got the vertical on Twitch working. I got the vertical on YouTube working. I'm trying to check something else real quick because it's not trying to let me record while streaming, without encoder being overloaded for some reason, which is an issue. So I'm double checking some stuff here real quick before we get into the yapping. Let's see, recording. Everything's the same. Or it should be. Weird. Let me check something here. All right. All right, we delete this and try this again. I guess I can't record while streaming, at least with my current settings or my current PC or something like that, because I just tried and it's encoder overloaded. So I just had to download the VOD and edit it, which is fine. How vertical looks better? What the hell? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying to do other things to get, more exposure, growth, etc. Things like that. That's fine though. I'll just download the VOD and edit it. I don't have to necessarily record while streaming, which is fine. Because that way, at least, in case something happens like power outage or something like that, I mean, at least there's still technically the VOD I can download or something like that. So, anyway. Kingdom Hearts 4 had some big news recently over the weekend at D23, along with Star Wars and Marvel stuff, mostly Marvel stuff. But there's a new trailer, extended trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4 that got announced, shown off, and a release sort of date, release window. So let's check it out. I missed it. I was busy working, and I want to see what it showed.
Brings back memories.
This Coco? I've never seen Coco. Is it good?
Gracias.
Huh? Wait, what happened?
He's been forgotten.
Hmm.
When there's no one left in the living world who remembers you, you disappear from this world. We call it the final death.
Wow.
Hey, it happens to everyone eventually. Come on, De La Cruzito.
This is
You've got
good,
a
though.
contest to win.
Definitely can tell it's a video game, but it still looks really good. Hey, has anybody seen the movie Coco? Because I've never seen it. Is it worth watching? Here comes the Heartless. It is? Okay. Definitely excited for this. Like, this is my second favorite
They're asking for Dandelion
franchise
Fish
from
back.
Square Enix in terms of RPG. It's Final Fantasy, then it's Kingdom Hearts. So, wow. Okay. This is like the real world that he's in. I think I showed before. Crazy how realistic Sora looks now.
Wow!
Whoa!
Welcome to the Plaza de la Cruz.
That's pretty cool. That Keyblade.
Yeah. Yeah. It's showtime.
This is a lot of new information. I bet I'll find a clue to saving Sora now.
We got Mickey, of course, back in here. I heard he's playable. Yep, looks like he's playable. This will be what, the second game in the series he'd be playable? Because technically you played as him before.
When folks disappear above, is this where they always end up?
But Sora isn't here.
Wow.
Oh, they're in the underworld. In the Greek world. And you can play as Donald and Goofy separately. Ooh, new combos? Nice. Okay, new like team up moves too, it looks like.
What?
Sora, is something wrong?
What can you see? Sora! Hey!
Whoa, whoa.
Wow.
Whoa! Here's a surprise. You're looking pretty good
Is that Riku?
for an old coot.
Or is that Xehanort? Like a young Xehanort. I couldn't tell fully there. Wrong Underworld Afterlife, yeah. Oh no, there's Riku. There's Riku. Man, it's crazy how older these characters look. Awesome.
Sora, wake up and see.
Late 2027, and it's coming out on everything, guys. So Switch 2, PS5, Xbox Series XS, Xbox on PC, Steam, Epic Store. This is crazy to think that we're getting both Final Fantasy VII Revelation, the final chapter in the remake trilogy for Final Fantasy VII, right? And Kingdom Hearts 4 in the same year. Now, late 2027, I don't know if that's going to release, like, basically after Game Awards, like the deadline, or right before the deadline for Game Awards, because there's a potential that you got two Square Enix games of this big quality caliber are going to be going at it for RPG of the Year, Game of the Year, potentially. That's wild to me. Pretty cool stuff though. And what's up, Brad? Sorry, didn't mean to not respond to you. This was reacting to a trailer. I mean, when I first saw the initial trailer with the Coco stuff, I wondered why were they basically showing the movie? Yeah. Now here's another thing though. It's like, okay, we've gotten trailers before, right? Of Kingdom Hearts 4. We got at least like one or two before, right? And this is like I think the third one technically. Second or third one. One thing I'm wondering here that they sort of made a thing in the past, at least with the mainline ones, and eventually fixed this in 3. Kingdom Hearts 3 is. Final Fantasy characters, man. Where are they at? Come on now, you can't have a Kingdom Hearts mainline game without Final Fantasy characters. Like, where are they at? They keep focusing on Disney and Pixar, which is what they did last time, which is weird. I'm not sure why there's no Final Fantasy characters in here. I would hope they would be in here somewhere, you know, helping out, supporting, things like that. There's probably some more news on here. Let me find out some stuff. Let me see. Also, hello everybody, both on Twitch and YouTube. Let me see if there is Twitter news about this. Johnny, what did you mean by with the vertical, you do lose the space background. What do you mean? Like, is my face cam too taking up too much of the screen? What? Like, do I need to fix it? Don't see all screen. Face cam takes up a lot. I mean, that's how vertical streaming works, though. Like, technically. Like, the cam should take up at least 25 to maybe 35%. I think. That's how vertical streaming is. It's like you're watching a YouTube short, dude, or like a TikTok. Maybe you'll be surprised for the Final Fantasy. You're saying the bottom is cut? It is? Let me see. Let me figure something. It's not necessarily cut per se. I mean, there's not much else I can do. It's like literally spaced the way it's supposed to be. Like, yeah, dude. Unless this is how it's showing up on Twitch. Check my YouTube vertical feed and let me know if it's doing the same thing. Because I'm not sure what to tell you. Is the bottom cut on YouTube? It's like this is my I'll say main screen, I guess you could say, or wallpaper screen. I'm looking at OBS to see how it looks, and it looks fine. Let me check. It looks fine on YouTube. The only other thing I can think of is I can try to adjust my cam maybe on the vertical. Let me see. Actually, that would not be good. This way I got to place is makes sense. And again, I could maybe this. I can do it like this, I guess. Maybe guess less on me. There we go. Does that look better? get a little bit more of like, I guess what's going to be shown as the game and stuff. All right. Hold on a second. Okay. Let me check and see if Genki has some stuff. She usually does. Where's it at? Where is it at? I know we had something more details on Kingdom Hearts 4. Where is it at? Where is it at? Okay. Uh, no, that's not it. Hmm. Wow, that's pretty cool. Where is... Okay. So we got a little bit more details here. It talks about Kingdom Hearts 4 description from Square Enix. Kingdom Hearts 4 follows protagonist Sora and some familiar characters as they journey through the mysterious city of Kojatam, where dark creatures known as the Heartless are causing havoc. In the next chapter of the beloved series, Sora will once again journey to various worlds inspired by Disney and Pixar. So it doesn't mention anything from Final Fantasy, where new figures cross his path, and his new powers awaken. So he gets new powers. That's what I mean. That makes sense, I guess. Got to get new powers, right? This new trailer revealed a plethora of new information about Kingdom Hearts 4, including the return of familiar faces like Sora's friends, Donald Duck and Goofy. Fans will be able to play as Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, and Goofy as they seek to uncover information about Sora's whereabouts. Nice. See a little bit of gameplay there. I thought there was something else about people were wondering, like, oh, is it for sure going to come out late 2027? And no more essentially confirmed that it is. And I thought he would have that here, but I guess not. Nonetheless, though, looking forward to it. Yeah, but I guess maybe IGN had that or something like that. But basically, it's just confirming that, yeah, it should be coming out. There is something else I want to check out, too, before we check out State of Play, which is in like 25 minutes. So, there was a Donnie Yen kind of scenes thing. Let me see. Yeah, here we go.
You'll give me a series of hot takes and then we'll unpack them live. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Darn ads.
There should be no fees or minimums on checking accounts or overdraft fees.
That doesn't sound like much of a hot take.
Tell that to some of the other banks.
Knock, knock, Capital One Bank guy. I just moved into the neighborhood. Can I borrow some Wi-Fi?
That's what the Capital One Cafe is here for. Open 7 days a week.
Oh, can I use your ATM?
Yeah, anything for a neighbor.
Sorry guys,
What's
trying
in
to
your
get through this, and I don't have YouTube Premium.
For Phantom Blade Zero, the team at S-Game is clearly pulling out all the stops in order to bring its bold and exciting vision for Kung Fu Punk to life. By drafting an action movie megastar and martial arts master Donnie Yen to serve as co-producer on its Wuxia-inspired action RPG.
So yeah, I want to check this out real quick. This is a behind-the-scenes video on Donnie Yen's involvement in Phantom Blade Zero and his stunt team helping out, things like that, and what he did for the mocap, etc.
The Chinese developer is ensuring that every kick, punch, and scintillating sword slice is delivered with the utmost authenticity and heart-stopping intensity. Midway through Phantom Blade Zero's development, I was fortunate enough to be invited over to S-Game's Shanghai studio to get an insight into its groundbreaking approach to Kung Fu motion capture, and to speak with both creative director Soulframe Liang and Donnie Yen himself. It was genuinely spectacular to see Donnie's team in action, pulling off a breathtaking series of dazzling wirework stunts and daring martial arts moves, but it wasn't until I saw a stunt performer juggling a baby on the blade of his sword before launching it into the air that I knew I was witnessing something truly crazy and totally creative.
Oh yeah,
As
oh
it
yeah.
turns out, Donnie Yen wasn't just playing a vital role in the creation of Phantom Blade Zero, he was helping to usher in an exciting new way of mocapping action in games. This is how.
And think about this, guys. Donnie Yen is the same age as Jet Li, 63 years old, and still able to do these martial art moves and some of these stunts too at his age and everything like that. That's wild, man.
Whether you know him from his Hong Kong cinema hits like the Ip Man series,
I still gotta
or he's
watch
seen
this
silly
series,
performances
the
in
Ip Man.
Hollywood blockbusters such as Star Wars Rogue One or John Wick 4, Donnie Yen has a proven track record for dazzling audiences with supremely creative choreography and a consistently charismatic performance style. But surprisingly, this is only the second time that Donnie has dipped his kung fu kicking toes into the world of video games.
Oh, really? Only a second time?
Choreographed most of the action cutscenes for
Oh, he was involved in Onimusha 3. Wow, I did not know that.
I asked Donnie why he wanted to be a part of Phantom Blade Zero, having not played an active role in the gaming world since the PlayStation 2 era.
I'm always aware of what's going on out there. You know, I'm trying to learn as well, you know,
And he's fluent.
As a filmmaker, I'm constantly trying to grow, you know, so this is something that I'm always curious and interested in, of the level of the gaming, especially a game like this, you know, so advanced. And, you know, I see a film and as well as a game share similarity, storytelling, entertainment, action, adventures, histories, right? So when I was invited by S, you know, I was really excited.
Soulframe, or S, shares Donnie's excitement. Donnie is a hero to many at S-Game, and S describes collaborating with him as a childhood dream come true.
Well, I bet it
But it's
is.
quick to emphasize that the partnership with the film star goes far beyond simply slapping his name on the Phantom Blade Zero game box in order to sell a few extra copies.
We're really honored to have Donnie on board. And of course, at the very beginning, as all other studios, gaming studios, they usually do is have some superstars for only endorsement, only some branding or marketing images. But what we're doing now is way deeper than that. I think what you have already seen is Donnie are playing one of our characters, a master character, but more deeply, Donnie also give us the direction and the style of the overall kung fu styles and everything. So I think this is so great because what we're trying to do is to catch the authenticity of the Chinese kung fu. Everything inspired us from the golden age Chinese kung fu movies and everything because we grew up with all these movies and
Makes sense,
know
yep.
every frames and every minutes of Donnie's classic movies. And so now we have the chance to bring that into our game. And we together to promote or make the Kung Fu culture even more popular to the newer generations all around the world.
Kung Fu culture, with or without realizing, right, has influenced almost every aspect.
Oh, yeah.
In terms of visualizations, right? Films, TVs, gaming, action movies, any type of actions.
Dude, Sifu, man. Can we get like a Sifu sequel or something like that?
One way or the other, derived from.
Or the Sifu team make a Matrix game?
In that respect, right? So, this is something that we, in this game, the Phantom Blade, is focusing even more so to really highlight some of the tradition, the culture, the heritage, the details of Chinese Kung Fu, which is one of Chinese ancient, precious heritage, right? So that's pretty cool. That's very cool.
Man, cannot wait to play this. Freaking ads. Sorry guys, don't have YouTube Premium. Pokemon Blood, I feel your pain.
As S alluded to, Donnie hasn't just been brought onto Phantom Blade Zero to help choreograph its action set pieces and allow the team at S-Game to draw on his decades of martial arts expertise to help sculpt its vision for the game. He also appears in multiple flashback sequences as the father of the main character's soul. In the scene I watched them capture during my visit, Donnie's father character is forced to fend off attackers and guide the infant soul to safety. According to S, there's some clear parallels between Donnie's role in the game and his involvement behind the scenes.
This is a great character, and it's an iconic character in our game. This is a master and also our hero's father, but they split when the hero was super young, is like a baby. So it's a very important scene. But also, I think it's a great metaphor to the reality, because inside the game is a father, a master protecting the baby, and he kind of transfer all the skills to the baby when he grew up. So in reality, we're also doing kind of like this heritage, because we, as I said before, we grew up with Donnie's all these classic movies and all these movements and everything, and we're now trying to transfer all this excitement from those kung fu's and action scenes.
Yeah, makes sense.
New medias, and we all
They want to evolve it,
great
transcend it, make it
of
still important.
Kung Fu and transfer the cultures, and the culture will grow in this trend. And so I think it's a great metaphor.
Initially, the scene in question was planned to be a bit more straightforward. The infant soul was supposed to remain secured within the relative safety of the pouch strapped to his father's back during the fight, but Donnie felt that it just wasn't exciting enough. This is a man who's previously delighted movie audiences with a glass-smashing showdown against Mike Tyson in Ip Man 3 and a motion-tracking takedown of thugs in John Wick 4, so he's made a habit of choreographing fight scenes that twist and turn in surprising directions. Thus, the decision was made to place the baby soul in proper peril, which brings us back to the airborne newborn being caught and balanced on the blade of his father's sword in a truly edge-of-your-seat sequence.
What I would like to do when I look at a piece like that, I look beyond of the excitement. The excitement is given, I know it's there already, but how can I, push that into another level? Right? So I looked at it and say,
I like the way he thinks.
Even more thrilling and more emotionally engaged, right? So that's something that I do the course of many years of making films. I do have that kind of intuitions. When I look at a piece, I understand what it takes to elevate that, right? So I thought putting that elements in there would be a very personal and very sentimental as well as emotional. So.
And also, it allows you to have fight sequences where a baby gets balanced on a sword and things like that.
Yeah, of course. That's the way my mind works. I'm always think like a filmmakers. You know, it's not just I try to kill many birds with one stone. You know,
Right.
So I try to, you know, as well, you know, enhancing the story, but at the same time, it allows the choreographer to expand their choreography, you know, to make it more fun. Because at the end of the day, it's a game, you know, you want to have more fun, right?
True that, true that. And the fact he's involved in this is crazy. He's expanding the whole kung fu element in gameplay.
Knew the expertise of one man. Accompanying Donnie into the mocap studio were his most trusted squad of stunt performers and martial arts proteges, including Hua Yan, who served as the stunt team lead and lead action choreographer on Phantom Blade Zero. Hua Yan and Donnie go way back. In fact, here they are going toe-to-toe in Special ID back in 2013.
Oh, wow. Crazy how much younger they look back in 2013.
Trust me, they get along much better in real life. The benefits of Donnie's team's shared history were very much on display in Phantom Blade Zero's mocap process, as the performers were able to work together like an extremely well-trained martial arts machine. It was incredible to watch Donnie and his team analyze first takes of each shot, quickly brainstorm new ways to improve them, and then put them into action on the fly with maximum ferocity and flair.
That's wild.
Donnie, thinking on his feet as well as fighting with his feet, is how he always likes to approach his work.
Yes, I always work that way. I always have this, I have an idea, and usually this idea already have imagery in my head, and they are already in the process of editing. That's how my brain works, right? I could walk in a set and I will look at the room, and I can put all the shots together, and then it'll form these numerous of shots together, and then ultimately becomes a running film, a running movie, a story. That's how my brain works. So throughout these years, I share my understanding, and I develop certain theories, and I pass that to my so-called my proteges, you know, and my
Pretty cool.
students, you know, and here they are, you know, and I call on them, and we have this mutual language that we do. So we know, you know, we can synchronize this.
Heck yeah, they work together. It's good to have that.
Immediately.
All of the motion capture I witnessed was performed at the full intensity of the in-game action, and this was very much intentional in order to avoid the post-production speed adjustments typical to other motion capture processes that can often make the finished product seem artificial. As S explains, his team has developed a method for motion capture that's flexible enough to stay in step with the rapid pace at which Donnie and his team operates, a system that he hopes will make developing action games far more efficient in the future.
I think we're going to expand this to a whole system of making games, because gaming even needs this more. Because for making games, most of the other studios or big companies always make like step by step. You spend like 2 years to do this pre-productions with all the concept art and documents ready, and you produce according exactly to what was written in the documents.
Right.
And you spend another 3 years to produce. So that's the normal way for so-called AAA industry. But working with Donnie make us quite confident of our original way of working, especially doing something so creative, because we are trying to build a whole new system for modern action game. If we just trying to fit all these kung fu movements to the existing action system, it doesn't work. So we have to come back to the starting point, or we have to build everything from ground up. So this will need very heavily depend on what happens on site. Let's say if we are doing a combo, combo with like 4 hits or 5 hits, and the boss will have some sort of special mechanics to react to your combo. And if you are doing it like a traditional way, you can catch the essence of the movement, especially like Donnie's movement or Donnie's style, because there's no such game in history showing that for us as reference. So if we don't have the reference, we cannot do it like the old way.
Yeah, they got to figure it out on their own on the fly and everything.
Way, and very unique way and dynamic.
Yep, and create their own way. Yep.
So exactly like Tony was saying, what he has done in movie industry, like for all those classic movies, we're trying to do the same thing in gaming industry.
Knock, knock,
Freaking ads. Yeah, State of Play starts here shortly, guys. Check out behind the scenes video for Phantom Blade Zero, and hoping we get a demo drop tonight. There's supposed to be 20 minutes of the State of Play.
Anything for a neighbor.
We'll see.
What's in your wallet?
Freaking ads, though. I don't have YouTube Premium, so.
Imagine 40 versions of your favorite car.
And
or 40 dogs,
yeah,
40 buttons, 40 missed calls.
yeah, it's annoying.
40 ways to say congrats. Or better yet, being recognized 40 times as one of Car and Driver's 10
Freaking ads. Get out of here. Get out.
It's just one of the many ways that S-Game is innovating with Phantom Blade Zero, and it's a process that both S and Donnie are relishing, even if building an action game with such bold ambitions does make for a challenge.
See, I like this. He mentions innovating, right? And yeah, in terms of martial art games and kung fu type of video games, yeah, this is innovating. They're trying to do some new stuff with martial arts in an action RPG that has not been done before. I love this. I wish freaking Insomniac would have done this with Wolverine, at least enough where it's innovative there, but it doesn't seem like they're really doing much there. They're doing some of the same tropes or things we see in other games, like with his healing factor and like senses kind of being like a Batman thing. I think I saw, and they're just using basically like same like Batman Arkham type style or Spider-Man style gameplay mechanics, and like I don't know, not really trying to be all that much creative with using Wolverine's powers. So this game, at least, though, they are doing some unique stuff here. They're trying to innovate, and it shows. And they're doing new martial art moves and incorporating that in a video game space. So they're using a sense thing on a guy who smells better than a polar bear. Shocker. Oh, Wolverine. Yeah. Yeah. I know he's more probably limited in Spider-Man in terms of power set, but I don't know. I was just hoping they would do something more than just like because Marvel's Wolverine gives me the feeling of like, okay, it's going to be something like a old school God of War in a sense where you have your rage meter kind of similar to how Kratos did. It's linear game experience, kind of similar to how the older God of War games were, right? And you're grounded, you know, not a lot of areas to go. So yeah, you just kind of run around and essentially just meleeing the heck out of freaking enemies, build up your rage meter, using it for different things like either to revive yourself, heal, do extra damage, that stuff. It's just, I was hoping they would do something, try to do something different, unique with Wolverine's powers that has not been done before. That's all.
Well, challenge is a good thing. That's what we live for. So for me, it is very motivating. You know, I like to create things. I like to do something refreshing, and it's a satisfaction that you get from being able to elevate, right? In all things, right? In life, right? Now in game, right? So for me, it's challenging, but at the same time, for me, it's not really in a good way. It's not stressful.
What we're trying to do is to approach something we've never seen, and we want to catch as much as possible the essence of the kung fu's, and also want to present as much as possible of our cultures to the world. So we'll just continue to working hard and to deliver something you've never seen before, and we won't fail you.
This is certainly one of the best quality games ever, right? So, and the kind of level they're pushing for, I have faith that it's going to lead the industry. I think the player will be really surprised and thrilled to be able to firsthand to play this game. So
Heck yeah. I can't wait too. This is going to be a lot of fun. Sweet.
Donnie,
all right.
Wait, and the good news is that if you've been anticipating the release of Phantom
Mm-hmm.
Zero,
It comes out October 29th. Yep. October 29th, guys. So really cool stuff there. Check out behind the scenes that they're doing with the game. So you want them to change the character? No. But if you think about it, look at Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 and Miles Morales. Like, look what they did with both Spider-Man. They expanded their kit based on their powers, right? For mind you, with Spider-Man and Spider-Man 1 2018, they essentially gave him a sort of Batman take in the sense of like giving him extra gadgets to use, but the gadgets made sense because they essentially synergized well with his powers. Now, if they maybe did a remake where he maybe like, I don't know, had some gadgets he could use sometimes that would sort of sync with his powers, synergize powers or whatever the heck, maybe that could have been a little innovative. Maybe. That's what I mean. Stuff like that. And then with Miles Morales, like, he's a Spider-Man that can use like electric powers within his already, spider powers. And they try to innovate on that at least a little bit. I know that, Blood. I'm saying I wish they would do something innovative, though. Something different with Wolverine that makes sense within his skill set. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wanted, because if you think about all we're getting is X-Men Origins Wolverine again, in terms of gameplay. It's like that, if you've played that. And so, me personally, I wanted them to innovate. I want innovation in game development. I want innovation, like do something new. Not the same old thing we've done time and time again. That's all. I don't think it's necessarily wrong to feel that way or want that. Because technically they did something new with both Miles and Peter with their powers, respectively. They did something new. Where is... Although Spider-Man 2 was disappointing because they didn't have as much of a toolkit compared to Spider-Man 1. Spider-Man 1, you had a lot more gadgets at your disposal to use. All right, so here we go. Oh, is this gonna be weird? Like, is this not gonna let me? Hold on, let me get rid of this. Not get rid of chat, but I gotta go to Twitch maybe instead. Let's see. Yeah, let's go to Twitch. This is being super weird. Let's see. He doesn't have any powers to play with, though, unless he fuses with something so messing with his kid, unless he uses gadgets, which he doesn't normally would, change his character. If you say so. I feel like Spider-Man doesn't have a lot. Doesn't have any powers either, technically. And look what they did with him. Regardless if like some of the gadgets used were still based in the comic books. I said I feel like Spider-Man also doesn't have many powers as well either overall. And look at what they did with him to expand upon what he could do. Regardless if some of the gadgets used were based on the comic books anyway. Because in previous Spider-Man video games, right, we're used to just him like swinging around, meleeing, webbing, right? And Insomniac turned that around with their game, right? Or their take on Spider-Man. Because if you play like Spider-Man Web of Shadows or like older Spider-Man video games, like they didn't really do much overall with his powers to try to do something new. He turned into a full spider in the comic from mutation. Yeah, I know. In the comic, yeah. But that's part of his mutation. Hey, Press. We're about to check out the Phantom Blade Zero State of Play. It's got work nice, man. Alright, guys. 20 minutes. Now, this might be overdoing it. I don't know. But we'll see what else they could show, because I don't think we can get more hype than what we already are when it comes to Phantom Blade Zero, which is a serious Game of the Year contender. Alright. Why is it still playing?
Extinguish the flame. See what burns beneath.
I think we got an issue. Uh-oh.
Let true steelers speak.
That was weird.
No shadow. Yet it moves
Oh, wait. I know why. I know why. Hold on, guys. Sorry. My bad. I forgot I had the YouTube one up.
Who are you?
So wait, are they going to show us the same thing? Because we technically already seen this. Or is this going to be an expanded look on this scene?
Hello everyone, I'm
Oh.
Donnie Yen, creative consultant for Phantom Blade Zero.
Wow.
The actor behind Mo Yuan.
He's just coming straight out to talk to us. All right, cool.
I want players around the world to enter our wuxia world driven by old grudges, shifting alliances, and the confrontations that forge its legends. Rooted in the traditions of Chinese martial arts, Phantom Blade Zero embraces bold imaginations and distinct cultural elements to create a new aesthetic we call Kung Fu Punk.
Heck yeah, I'm all for it. So we've seen these before. Let's show these off recently in the pre-order trailer. Like all these enemies and bosses so far. Are they gonna show the scene again? What are they doing? They're showing the same stuff. Oh, they're gonna show us some new stuff. Enter the Wulin gameplay and story deep dive of Phantom Blade Zero. Alright.
Hi everyone, I'm Soulframe, the creator and director of Phantom Blade Zero. Today, I'm inviting you into our universe, a dark wuxia epic filled with mystery, vendettas, and lightning-fast wordplay. You play as Soul, once the Order's most feared blade. After being set up for your leader's murder, you are betrayed by the people you once fought beside.
What have I done?
In the final duel against your childhood blood brother, Zuo Shang, the blade is driven through your heart.
You're late. Let's get started already.
The mysterious healer, the Flesh Sculptor, restores your life, but with a fatal condition. You have exactly 66 days to live.
66 days.
Survival means fighting a cure hidden in the chaos ahead, but the hunt will force you to confront the rod beneath your betrayal and a scheme massive enough to break the entire Wulin.
Okay.
The Wulin is a martial underworld forged in blood and belief. You will walk among the last guardians of righteousness, the fallen who surrendered to darkness, and the lost warriors bound by broken codes. Each choice you make here will fracture your trajectory and reshape your fate.
Interesting.
66 days. That's all the time you have.
So what speeds up time then? This is what I'm wondering. Like,
But you won't be alone. Martial artists from across the Wulin have gathered in Pengzhen, turning the town into a deadly trap of rival factions, hidden malice, and deadly schemes.
Like, I'm wondering if just the main story progresses at time, do side quests progress at time, or if you die, does that give you less time? Because this is kind of... Hold on.
Grim secrets buried here, you will realize some things matter far more than survival, and that some enemies can never be defeated by the sword alone.
Whoa, what the heck is that big flower thing? Or is that like in our dimensional portal? That has a monster in it. Hmm.
Master Soul has entered Pengzhen. It seems the flesh sculptor's tainted hearts has restored his strength.
A change in the game may not be such a bad thing. I'm looking forward to his next move.
Who the heck is that guy?
The Phantom World is a stage for the style we call Kung Fu Punk, where traditional Kung Fu collides with steampunk machinery and body modification. Your journey takes you through intricate but surreal landscapes, leading you deep into the heart of Pengzhen and its surrounding villages, valleys, lakes, and shadowed territories, including a valley overrun by ruthless bandits, an abandoned warehouse filled with hanging puppets, where a dark ritual seems to be taking place. A steam-powered iron tower built for some kind of dark experiment. And a vast lake, which Soul must navigate aboard a peculiar high-speed vessel. Your journey is guided by 8 authentic hand-painted Chinese ink wash maps. In complex regions, they offer only a rough sense of direction, leaving you to explore and uncover hidden secrets. These maps seamlessly connect into a single world, where bells enable fast travel between discovered locations.
Interesting.
Phantom Blade Zero is not an open-world game,
right?
Nor is it a linear adventure from beginning to end. Instead, every corner has been meticulously handcrafted, filled with countless surprises and secrets waiting to be discovered. As you explore Phantom Blade Zero, you will discover hidden enemies, side quests, rare treasures, and crucial story clues. In Phantom Blade Zero, combat is the driving force. Every weapon is forged from martial folklore, cinematic legacy, and ancient tradition. Soul wields a massive arsenal of 30 primary weapons alongside 25 secondary weapons known as Phantom Edges.
30 primary weapons and 25 secondary. Holy smokes, that's a lot. For this game, at least. And the stuff you can do with them?
For example, the Drunken Sword style builds drunken energy, enhancing...
No way, that looks so cool. I didn't know they have Drunken Sword style in this.
Every strike.
Dang, I want to try that.
Serpent and Crimson Viper twin blades work in tandem. The length
That's
of
really
the
cool
White
too.
Serpent allows you to fling the Crimson Viper outward for ranged attacks.
There was these fist weapons I want to try out.
The Snake Sword coils around an opponent's guard, striking targets cleanly and even slicing through incoming threat-based attacks mid-air.
Oh, that's just like the old Chinese movies.
Blade won't be enough against heavy shields, and relying on swords alone will turn the fight into a punishing struggle. Crushing those defenses requires the brutal momentum of iron fists and hammers.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Iron Fist. That's what I want. Is that a secondary though? That might be a secondary weapon.
Tiger Cannon can blast apart distant enemy formations with a single shot.
Nice.
Or ignite self-destructing enemies before they get close.
It's laid out like Wukong, maybe.
And when bladed weapons fall short against a swarm of savage dogs, the flame-spewing Flaming Mane makes quick work of them all.
From what they talked about before, the level design is supposed to be like a Souls-like.
Goes far deeper than basic attributes.
Like from software level design, basically.
Upgrading a weapon unlocks distinct forms and techniques,
Ooh.
carving out a unique combat philosophy. You will never worry about a newly acquired weapon being too weak. With the Reforging Talisman, you can reset the weapon's level, recover all invested materials, and immediately reinvest them into your new gear.
Cool. 66 days mode. Okay, I guess I'm gonna get some answers about this.
Difficulty options as distinct ways to experience the story. Wayfarer mode is intuitive and cinematic.
Easy
letting
mode.
Anyone feel like a kung fu master.
Yeah, that's easy mode.
But for those seeking a true challenge, Hellwalker mode brings in core fighting game mechanics.
Really? Fighting game mechanics?
Bosses won't rely on fixed patterns.
Ooh, good.
React to your spacing, punish your whiffs, and adapt to your habits in real time.
Oh, I like that. I like that. So then 66 days mode is not the default mode, I guess, or not the default thing?
For the ultimate test, unlock 66 days mode. Unlike the other difficulty settings, this mode turns Soul's 66-day countdown into a literal gameplay timeline.
Mm-hmm. Man, the combat and gameplay is so freaking awesome. So sick.
Of Hellwalker, but every defeat costs you precious time.
Oh, so upon death you lose a day.
Permanent death.
Wow, okay.
Our ultimate goal is to draw from the deep well of authentic Chinese folk arts and martial arts, infusing them into the sleek, visceral aesthetic we call Kung Fu Punk. To show you what that looks like in motion, please take a look at this boss encounter.
Let's see. Crazy looking. It's like 2 people. You have quite synergy to pull these moves off too. And this is a boss fight? This is the first time we've ever seen, I think, this boss fight. Like, actual in action. Oof. Definitely going to try 66 days mode, though, after, like, a first playthrough at some point. This looks really bonkers. Tough. Definitely looks tough. I'm already thinking about like what weapons I want to try and get early on, depending on what's available and what build I might try to go for. Now you sprayed water on him though, but I guess that makes sense. He's a flame boss. He uses fire, so. What? Shadow clones? Is this another game that's going Naruto with the shadow clones? Ooh. Just, wow, ripped off his head. Okay. Oh, that's cool. I like us, I guess, the next phase, like second phase of the fight. And the boss is utilizing different things, different tactics. Oh, nice. So you like lightning swords and wind? Why does he need to have ads though? The heck? So I'm not a big fan of ads in boss fights. I'm just not. Even though 9 times out of 10 they usually serve a purpose, like where it's like to get health back or something like that, or like help you get like recover like a meter or bar of some kind by defeating them. I'm just a fan of like the one-on-one experience in boss fights, you know. And you can use the freaking mask against them, as we saw there. Yeah, so with these 30 primary weapons, some of those have to be boss weapons or something, or akin to boss weapons. At least that's what it seems like.
Bringing Phantom Blade Zero to life has been a massive endeavor, and the support from our community has allowed us to build the exact game we envisioned.
Sweet.
It's our way of paying tribute to tradition, while bringing it to life as an immersive experience for players all over the world.
Oh, is this it? Is that the closing part? Are you not going to talk about a demo? No demo? Come on, please.
Now this is just a quick glimpse of Phantom Blade Zero. There's much more for you to explore, and
I would hope so.
Cross paths with the character I play along the way.
Phantom is movement, swift, elusive, striking from where none expect.
This boss fight looks so freaking awesome. Jeez. This looks so brutal with the attacks.
Channel it into a steel, turning any blade into a divine weapon. That's the path to know. Pre-order now.
You hear that, chat? He wants to pre-order now. Down the end. But no demo. Unless they reveal it now. Some of the PS5 features. I'm almost likely to get this on PC, as I usually tend to do. But this is Unreal Engine 5, so it depends. It's also hoping they release a demo so we can try it out. Wow, yeah. If it is Chinese myth, I think it originally comes from Journey of the West, not Naruto. Oh, no. I just like making a Naruto reference because all the video games like to do that. Have Exile 2, for example. Is that it? That's really it? Wow, no demo, guys. No freaking demo. Disappointed. Oh, man, that is disappointing. Unless it's something on PlayStation Blog. Let me see. Is there really nothing on PlayStation Blog about this? Wow. I didn't say you were wrong. Never said that. No freaking demo. The heck? Demo? Are you serious? Dang, disappointed. Unless they're gonna announce it later or something. I don't know. That does not make sense. Deep dive. The deep dive didn't really, I would say, offer, I guess, maybe too much more than what we already knew. I do like that they clarified the whole difficulty system and how that works. Among showing off new weapons and new bosses. Not much though. But yeah, State of Play deep dive off a first in-depth look at World of Phantom Blade Zero. Game director, right, Soulframe, right, Donnie Yen. It's about pre-order. It's gonna be an Epic Game Store too, apparently. Man. They had me when the boss had a flying guillotine. Fair. Fair. People were begging for a demo. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. I was hoping we would get one. Because there was an accident. Supposedly the demo popped up on the PS Store and they took it down, so I don't know. This is weird. Let me see. I didn't want to miss this earlier. Has more potential to be played with Power-Wise and Wolverine and Miles. They get electric stuff in comics. I think. Yeah, I know about that. Yeah, like Miles having electric powers is definitely a comic thing that was set up there. It's just the way they were used is what I'm trying to get at. Like how their powers are utilized or used in new ways is what I'm trying to get at, Blood. Or expand upon in some way. Which doesn't necessarily change the character. It's just more like you're adding, not change the character entirely at least, but like you're kind of expanding what they can do a little bit that makes sense within their moveset, basically. You know, Spider-Man, they both of them got the powers of Spider, right? Which they got like heightened senses to a degree. You got the Spider sense, right? You got the super strength. You got the sticky to walls, webbing. Well, technically they make their webbing, or depend on the lore that comes out of her body. I don't know. And yeah, at one point Peter does mutate into an actual spider. Even in a cartoon, 90s cartoon, he did that, and they had to get treated for it, whatever the heck. And Wolverine, I know, he's got his healing factor. He does has heightened senses, or he can like smell stuff that maybe a normal person can smell, or detect things that a normal person could detect, stuff like that. On top of like having his claws and having an adamantium skeleton, things like that. I just want him to be more than what he is, like do something different, because we've played video games in the past, Wolverine video games, X-Men Origins Wolverine, for example, where we essentially are going to be doing what I guess what Insomniac's setting up to do before. So it's like I didn't want a full retread of like what we've done before in video games from a gameplay perspective or gameplay experience. I'm still gonna have fun. I'm still gonna enjoy it. I just want innovation, even if it's just one thing that he could do that's like different, you know, that we haven't had experience before. Because that's what they did with Spider-Man, technically. Insomniac, that is. We had older Spider-Man games, from like movie tie-in Spider-Man games to like Web of Shadows, that didn't incorporate what Insomniac did with Spider-Man, whereas like they expanded his moveset a bit that made sense with gadgets and other things with his powers, right? And technically Spider-Man does have a healing factor of his own, it's just not as good as Wolverine, which made sense why we could heal as him in the video game as a mechanic. If that makes sense. So I'm not like disagreeing with you like that, I'm not saying like you're wrong or anything like that. How are you going to innovate someone who doesn't like use gadgets, has limited powers in comparison to Pete, and so on? They can find a way. They found a way with Peter and Miles that I didn't think they could do. I didn't think they were going to do. I didn't think they were going to do the Batman Arkham take of like with gadgets at least, right? So to me, that was innovative for Spider-Man 2018, right? I didn't know they were going to do that because what it was set up before in previous video games of Spider-Man was he never used gadgets like that before, right? He just relied mainly on his powers, swinging around, fighting, stuff like that, right? I'm not talking about the comics. I'm talking about video games. I'm talking about video games. Previous Spider-Man video games. And yes, they had them in the comics, but did any previous video game before Insomniac utilize, like, actually let them utilize gadgets, though? No. So Insomniac did something new, right? I'm not saying they didn't happen in the comic books. I'm just saying that Insomniac was the first dev to do something new with Spider-Man that we have not experienced in a video game format, right? That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Like, they did something new. Hey, Brad. That we never experienced in a video game. In Wolverine, they probably could try to do something. He's not necessarily known for using gadgets like that, true. But maybe I don't know, maybe he could use one or two gadgets sometimes, you know, to help him out. I don't know. It's like Yakuza. What do you mean? Counter to his personality and character. Oh, you're talking about Kazuya not using guns or something, or not killing. Because he definitely used weapons. He definitely used weapons. Not hitting women. Okay. Well, nonetheless, I'm still gonna phone Wolverine. I think some of your game. It's just I can't help but think in my head like I'm basically playing in terms of a video game gameplay mechanic and loop. It's gonna very much remind me of X-Men Origins Wolverine game and playing like kind of like a Kratos style of character. You can actually cheese his fighting like a dragon because of it. Didn't know that. What's going on, Brad? We just checked out the state of play for Phantom Blade Zero, which honestly didn't really show much new. I was like, I'm still hyped for the game. I was just hoping that we'd get like a shadow drop of a demo, or at least a demo release date to play the demo if they were releasing the demo, but I'm not seeing anything. And PlayStation Blog doesn't have anything. Okay. I've got updates on difficulty options, a little bit of updates on the world and combat options. But no demo. That sucks. Dang. All right, what are you talking about? Johnny, you said something about it doesn't, the vertical doesn't look good, or it doesn't look right. It's cut off, even though I got the vertical up on my phone and it looks fine. Like it looks like the same as like a YouTube short, technically, or TikTok. I'm trying to figure out what you. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick on here. I'll see if I can pull up here. Let me see if it'll let me. I don't know if it will on PC. Let's see if I can pull up here. Let's see. I was trying to see if there's a different way I can let me. Nope, it's theater mode. Nope. Darn. Okay, it's not gonna let me. I think it can let me in the creator. Let me see here. It lets me in the creator's dashboard. So I'm looking at it now. And yeah, I'm trying to understand what you mean. Are you busy, dude? I can get you in VC. Because it looks fine. Brad, what's up, dude? Are you watching through your phone? Does it look bad or anything like that for the vertical? Hmm. Oh, also, let me do this. Here you go. Vertical looks fine on your end. Does it? Okay, so that's what I thought too. It looks fine on my end too. Like my friend Johnny was saying, it's like I was trying to understand what he meant, but he said that normal view can see everything. Vertical view on your screen, vertical view, your screen is sort of cut. When you post a view, vertical looks better. Like he was saying stuff was cut, and I'm thinking like it's supposed to look like that because it's like a TikTok. It's like a YouTube short. So I'm trying to understand like what's the issue and fix it. I guess I'm just not understanding. but I guess he's either lurking, doing something else or something. I don't know. I think Phantom Blade Zero though could be game of the year, could beat GTA 6 potentially. Like it's super hype. The fact because GTA 6 while it's releasing on console, it's not releasing on PC as well. It is released on the Xbox Series X, S, and PS5, whereas Phantom Blade Zero is released on PS5, PC via Epic Game Store, and Steam. So technically, Phantom Blade Zero has 3 storefronts. It's releasing it. Yeah, Brad. That's what I was thinking too. So I'm just confused, like by what he meant. I was just like straight up confused. Like, okay. This is gonna be a new wallpaper though. Phantom Blade Zero, yeah, definitely. Let me see if there's any other stuff here. I thought there would have been more related to this, but I guess not. Hmm. No, nothing. Darn. Sorry, guys. I'm just thinking here, like, what else could there be? But I didn't have anything else planned. I was going to yap and talk about this. We already checked out Kingdom Hearts 4 stuff. There wasn't much else on that. Behind the scenes look at the Phantom Blade Zero. Do get Neo 3 DLC coming soon, but I'm not gonna hop into it right away. There's other stuff, and I need to do more build videos first before I even hop into that. I think Phantom Blade Zero looks great, but unless GTA 6 completely flops, GTA 6 winning game of the year, there's too much hype alone for it to lose. Crazier things have happened. I'll just say this, Brad. Not saying you're wrong by any means. Because GTA 6 probably will win game of the year. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter who wins game of the year, because I mean, I just want, studios to be successful that make good games, right? But we've already had a crazier thing happen where it was expected that Tears of the Kingdom, right? Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom was going to be game of the year, right? And instead, we got, was that Baldur's Gate 3 that year, I think? Hold on, let me see. I think it was Baldur's Gate 3. Kingdom release. Was that 2023? Yeah. So, like, 2023, a lot of people were speculating or thinking, like, oh, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is going to win Game of the Year. Like, that's the for sure and all the other stuff. And we got Baldur's Gate 3 winning that year, right? All I'm saying is crazier things have happened, and the gaming world has shifted, and who knows? Obviously, GTA 6 is going to sell well regardless. I think Phantom Blade Zero is going to sell well regardless. But let's wait and see. I love the idea of any game beating GTA 6. That means it was a great year for gaming. Yeah. So I just like to have that idea of, or hopium of, like, something could beat GTA 6, because GTA as a series is fine. It's good. I mean, I technically grew up on playing many other games, enjoying many other games. So I don't think it's going to be bad by any means. For me, it's not going to be my personal game of the year, I don't think. I just haven't been super into GTA for a long time, and I'm more of an RPG person, and while GTA 6 has a lot of budget and other stuff behind it, Phantom Blade Zero is still a heavy contender for Game of the Year. Yeah, you think it's gonna take 11 out of 10 game to beat it? Yeah, I hear you. This at least has Donnie Yen behind it, though. This at least has Donnie Yen, but we'll see. We'll see. Mortal Shell 2, I know is another Souls like I'm looking forward to, and that'll be later this week on Thursday, whether I get a key for it or not. I've not heard anything. So but I did see some gameplay from people. And it's looking good. It's definitely looking good. It'd be nice if some games would come out in the same month instead of the earlier months are cluttered. It'd be nice if some games would come out in the same month instead of the earlier months are cluttered. Technically, aren't we getting that, Crispy? September is freaking got so many games coming out. Yeah. Brad's not wrong either. The reality is what's become of video game releases in terms of scheduling is we got the big fall period, right? The big fall period usually starting for whatever reason, end of August, early September, and then going to like November, right? And then we got the beginning of the year type of stuff, right? Or like early year stuff, which is usually like February and March. January is usually pretty quiet. Maybe one big game, if that. But relatively quiet for January. February is where a lot of games come out too for some reason, and March. Sometimes April, not so much April though, but yeah, for some reason, so it's like February, March, and then for some reason the fall, September through November. Yeah, that's the video game space we live in right now for this year. Next year, it's going to be different, potentially. Next year, we got Final Fantasy VII Revelation, Kingdom Hearts 4, God of War, La Fey. Now, we can't forget indie titles because we got a bunch of indie games that keep coming out too, right? I feel bad for the indie games because there's definitely going to be indie games dropping in November close to GTA that are either forced to release or whatever have you, and are probably not going to sell that well. What even sucks more? Oh wait, hold on, guys. Ad break. I'll wait till the ads are done. I also need to figure out my settings too to be able to record while I'm streaming if I need to. Now that I'm multi-streaming, I have to figure some stuff out. That's good. That's good. I put my video encoder. I don't know. Checking something real quick. Okay. Yo, KYD. All right, we should be back from ads. Thank you for the 3 streak, man. How you doing? Trying to think what I was gonna say though. Crispy Kings, you said yeah, like the games are taking over August, September, right? I forgot what I was gonna say to that. I feel bad for indie games. I think I was talking about that. I feel bad for the indie titles that are coming out. Or have to come out around that time. I know there's a Path of Exile 2 1.0 that's supposed to launch not long after GTA 6, I believe, as well. And then you got, I think, Dawn of War 4 launching early December. So, thank you, Ahmad, for the sub on YouTube, I think. That definitely wasn't Twitch. Also, Crispy Kings, do you stream as well? What games do you play? There's also Ocarina of Time remake. Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. That's another thing. I think that's going to be a wild card. Either Ocarina of Time remake is going to be a wild card if it releases before the deadline for Game Awards. I have a feeling Ocarina of Time remake is going to launch within a week of GTA 6, if not maybe 2 weeks before it. If that happens, we're looking at another game for Game of the Year contender. Because Nintendo does not care about GTA 6 releasing. They'll release their game. They'll release it like, and I could easily see Phantom Blade 0 or Ocarina of Time remake winning Game of the Year over GTA 6. I think Resident Evil Requiem will be nominated. I think Pragmata could be nominated, and Marvel's Wolverine could be nominated. But I just don't think any of those are winning. So I forgot about Ocarina of Time remake though for some reason, but I'm excited for it. Let me check some again here. Let's see if I hit record. It's still gonna encode overload. No. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I gotta figure that out. I'm going to do that off stream. To be fair though, I haven't recorded anything on stream really overall too much. I don't usually record stuff on stream anymore. If I need to be able to do it without any issue, but it's fine. I can just always download the VOD. Chat, what else gaming news you want to talk about? Let's see what else we can talk about. Did anybody get Mortal Shell 2? And then, let's see. Let me check any other gaming news real quick, just in case. Because I didn't really have too much else. I was hoping there'd be some more stuff, maybe like a demo we could download and try out for Final Blade Zero, but I didn't have too much else. So, worst case, I'll wrap up here in 10 minutes. It's not a big deal. That's crazy. So people, when it comes to Marvel's Wolverine, are complaining that it's a linear single-player action game instead of an open-world one like Marvel Spider-Man 2. And what's baffling about that to me is like people don't understand like why would you expect or want a Marvel Wolverine to be open world when he cannot move in the same way as Spider-Man? Like he can't swing around like Spider-Man. He literally he can run around, he can drive cars and vehicles like that, but yeah, it doesn't make sense to do that. That's crazy. But then again, it's people that probably just are drama farming. Um, okay. I guess it was GameSpot. I want to say saying one of the sources saying Kingdom Hearts 4 would not be delayed. Okay, so it is late 2027. Hoping that releases in the fall though. They're talking about late 2027. That should be a November game, like right before Game Awards, like October, November time frame. Hopefully. Um, but not too much else going on. Let's see. Let me check IGN and see what's going on there. Hmm. Nope. Nope. Nothing. Okay. That sucks. Um. We'll just probably wrap up here. Hello, I don't know if you can remember me anymore. It's been a while since I looked at your last stream. Hasn't been that long. You were here last week. When did the showcase start? We already watched it. It was 20 minutes. It already happened. I'm about to wrap up stream because there's not much else to talk about. I literally reacted to it and gave my thoughts on it. People were expecting a demo. I was expecting a demo shadow dropping potentially, and it didn't happen. I was trying to see if there's any other details to talk about majorly about it, but nope, not really. So that's unfortunate. Oh, you're fine. You're fine, KYD. You're fine. I was just letting you know. I do work tomorrow night though, guys. So no stream tomorrow night. Wednesday, I was hoping to be a Phantom Blade Zero demo, but no. So Wednesday, let me see what we might do. I guess Metal Gear Rising. And then Thursday morning, we can finish up Metal Gear Rising because it's not a long game. So hopefully that can work out. And then Mortal Shell 2, we can start Thursday night. Yeah. Since the release is on the 20th, and the 20th is Thursday, I believe. Yeah. But I think, let me double check, because I don't think it's available until like 11 a.m. or something like that. Let me double check. Release time. 9 a.m. EDT. So I normally stream starting like 8 a.m. Thursday mornings. I am not about to install that while streaming. Yeah, I'll just say that for Thursday night. And that'll be like Thursday and Friday night stream. New Souls like that's been getting a lot of praise actually too. I think Steam is very positive. Metacritic score of like 84, I think right now. We'll check. That's from critics though. That isn't like a user score yet. Let's see. Drop the score. Let me see. Nope, user score is still TBD. But I had a feeling to be in the 80s though. A lot of like really good Souls likes from the 80s. Like I think Neo 3 is in the 80s. Yeah, Neo 3 is like 86. So I want to see. Is Elden Ring 90 though? Elden Ring is one of the few Souls games, Souls likes, that's in the 90s. Wow. Oh, Bloodborne. 92. Crazy, crazy. But all right, guys, we'll wrap up here. At least got Twitch vertical working. I'm going to work on my settings in OBS, try to fix some things where if I do need to record while streaming again, I can do it without encoder overloading. So we'll see. I'll look into that. But thank y'all for being here, taking time out your day, evening. I'll see y'all next time.